Hi, I'm FC Gravel. You can call me Frank. And we're doing a little show here for Six Pack Tech. We're going to have a special brew today. This comes to mind from a guy at work who has recommended a couple of brews to me in the past, which are pretty good. And he said, hey, did you ever have a black and tan? And I go, no, what's a black and tan? And he says, well, a black and tan is... it's a Guinness. And a harp. This is a typical Irish beer.
You're wrong about that, Frank.
What is it?
Your black and tan is not actually a harp and a Guinness. It's called a half and half. Black and tan is actually an English beer. Use Bass Pale Ale.
This, by the way, is educated Irish. I can call you Ed, can I?
Absolutely.
All right, so we have an Irish expert with us and somebody who knows his beer. The blacks and the tans, there's just some history behind it, isn't there?
There's a lot. The black and tan comes from some Irish history of the early 20th century. The black and tans were a paramilitary police force. Declared martial law and rounded up a bunch of both Irish and English men to be a martial police force. And because most of these troops had fought in the war, they were issued the uniform of the British in World War I, which had tan trousers and tan shirts.
Okay.
To cover up from the cold of the Irish weather, they were issued the local constabularies green cloaks, very dark green. So
like a real dark khaki green,
black,
almost black. Yeah. Okay.
So when someone was walking down the street, they became known as the black and tans.
Okay.
Which, if you look at the drink, once it's poured, you have black on top like the cloak, tan on the bottom like the pants.
And it's specifically an English concoction.
Yes. A lot of people who are more of the nationalist view are going to order a half and half because it's made of harping Guinness, harping Irish lager.
Right, so now we're going to make, what are we going to do? Make a black and tan or the half and half?
Well, I'm going to start by pouring a half and half. I'm going to put a caveat out there. My view of history, I have some Irish blood in me. I sympathize very heavily with the nationalist cause. So I'm going to go ahead and pour a half and half for myself. I'll show you how to do it, and then you can pour yourself a black and tan.
So to make a black and tan, we need a special implement, a tool of some sort?
Yeah, you can make it just by tilting the glass and really taking your time, but most pubs, go ahead and just bend up a spoon like that. You pour over the back of the spoon.
Well, this is interesting. Would you use like a
pair of needle nose pliers?
Yeah, long nose pliers, plugger style. And then, so you pour both of them over the spoon?
You can just go ahead and pour your ale or your lager. Which really,
we have the Guinness and the Bass right here.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do a half and half though.
Half and half, okay.
Because of
your Irish heritage.
Yeah, have to remain true.
And here's a genuine Irish bottle opener from O'Brien's Paints.
Can't ask for anything more than that.
All right, so this is the mechanics of, well, we got a harp and a Guinness, which is the half and half.
All right. Try and get a nice gentle pour. Get a little bigger glass than usual. Try and get a nice separation on the bands to show you exactly what it's supposed to look like. There's our tan, bottom half. Our handy dandy spoon. Fix that up pretty easy. A pair of needle nose pliers. A real slow, gentle pour. It's a spoon, so a little too fast on my part.
It's almost like dribbling syrup on your pancakes.
It really is. Really is. I lost control on it there for a sec.
See, this is coming out really nice.
There you go.
Look at that. There is no actual line of demarcation. It's just a nice, pleasant gradient from the dark to the light.
Yep.
I think that's awesome. Look at that. You get that all right there?
Oh yeah. Nice gentle pour. I went a little fast at the beginning. Finished it off nicely.
But if you're thirsty for a good beer, this is going to seem like forever, right?
You know what?
Yes, yes.
It is, but like all good things in life, it's worth the wait.
I guess so. That is pretty slick. Look at that.
And there's a half and half.
All right, now this is the black and tan, the English version.
English version's Bass.
Instead of Harp.
Right. And this is an ale. Harp's a lager. Doesn't really matter. The point of a black and tan, half and half, whatever you want to call it. It's a giant guy named O'Malley behind the bar. You let him call it.
Yeah, whatever he wants. But you wouldn't mix a Guinness and a Bud Light.
Absolutely not.
No. No.
I think that not only is it break with the tradition, but it's
like heresy.
Yeah. All right. Handy dandy spoon. And a real slow, gentle pour. Spoon's important because it
helps
deviates it.
Eliminate the shock of one hitting the other.
Right, exactly.
This one might not turn out that well because of the smaller glass, but that's okay. We've already demonstrated with the big one that
that's why those big pint glasses are really nice.
Yeah.
This one, though, it's got the gradient, but I don't know.
Now, when you have one of these at a bar, do they use a spoon like this as well?
They will use a spoon. A very talented bartender can actually do it just by tilting the glass and adjusting the flow of the tapper.
Oh, because he's got the little handle there. Okay, okay. Not so much of a gradient, but
gradient. But in actuality, like I was saying, it's actually very British because it's mixed together. The point,
yeah.
The point is for them is to really mix it up so that it's not quite the heavy stout, especially for summertime.
But there you still see that.
If you go back to this
that one,
almost 10 minutes ago, and you still got.
Yep. You still got the separation. Well, it's not so much a separation, but that nice gradient from the black to this nice golden color down there. That is really great. I'm going to taste this. This has a nice, pleasant feel, not too sweet. It's got a little bit of the Guinness. You can taste the maltiness, the thing, but the stout kind of flavor to it. But it's also kind of muted and perhaps even sweetened by the underlying, what did I have, a Bass? Yeah, this is the black and tan. This is some good stuff if you can afford to wait, get yourself a tool, and enjoy one of these. These are really damn good. What I'm going to do now is take a sip of the half and half. This is the Irish, and compare it to what I've just tasted here. And we'll see how many germs I get from this, but that's okay. We're guys.
Alcohol kills it all.
This is a lot smoother. It's quite pleasant and delightful. Not heavy in the mouth. Once again, you get a little bit of the caramel and some of the lighter at the bottom. And this is either way you take it. Both of these beers are pretty damn good, but I prefer this one here, the half and half over the black and tan. It's lighter and a little bit tastier.
Thank you for joining us on this drinking binge disguised as a history lesson.
Very good, very good. So for Six Pack Tech, I'm FC Grabo, Frank, and for my guest, Ed, Educated Irish. That's it for this week's review. This is awesome. Here, cheers.
Cheers. Slime.
Whatever.